Hey faves, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome, and welcome. In today's video, I will be sharing with you my birth story. So what happened when it came to delivering Paisley? So if you want to know that, sit back, stay tuned, and I will see you after the intro. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you can get more of me to you. Thanks, guys. Yo. We gonna have this baby tonight. Let's get it. So we're back home. It is 1 o'clock and it's lunchtime. So I went to Chick-fil-A and got me two large fruit bowls. They look so good. So that's what I'm probably gonna be eating throughout the day. But I also got me a spicy chicken sandwich, deluxe combo, little pepper jack cheese on there. And hopefully the spiciness starts to, help, I guess, induce labor. I don't know. So we're gonna enjoy this meal, and no contractions. She's still in here. Okay, she's still in here. Alright guys, so what happened from 1 to 4 is that I lost my mucus plug. So again, recap, we did the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich at 1 for lunch, and at 4 I lost my mucus plug. I was kind of surprised because that's like the first time, that's the first good news I had for getting labor is on the way, because I wasn't dilated any. They had to force me to be a 1 and did a little sweep while it was up in there this past Tuesday, and I'm 39 weeks and 4 days pregnant. So she's due Saturday and we want her to come. But anyway, and then you can come in front of me. So like this. Maybe have to do like a squat or two. Why are you running? Why are you running? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness. So our water just broke probably like an hour ago. Maybe 30 minutes. And I'm having contractions every 3 minutes and 30 seconds to 4 minutes and 15 seconds for at least 40 seconds. Who knows what that means? And I'm gonna wait for a whole hour of tracking it before I talk to the doctor. So it started around 10:30 last night, that every 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, I would literally feel pain going through the whole part of like my lower abdominal, my butt, my back, like everything. So I was like, maybe these are Braxton Hicks. So I'll go to sleep, but I couldn't stay asleep for long because they would literally wake me up out of my sleep. It was so uncomfortable. When I say like period cramps, y'all, on 10. Completely bearable as of now. Oh, so this is my TENS unit. I have it like blazing on my lower back to give me a little relief, because that's the only thing it's doing, give me a little relief, child. Because when they come, y'all, these contractions come. My husband just went to work, so I've been on and off on the phone with him. And I talked to my sister-in-law, who's a doctor, and she was like, sis, your water just broke. You need to call. I was like, what just happened? So funny story is, I heard something pop, and it was like, so I'm like, did I just pass gas, And I was like, maybe the baby just moved a little bit. So I got up, sat on my birthing ball, and stuff just started gushing. Now I'm like, oh my God, no, I just didn't use it on myself. So I went to the bathroom to take a look, and I had little bits of mucus specks. So it wasn't chunks. I lost my mucus plug around 4 Oh. Mm. Um. Okay. Well, all right. Okay, guys, so we are headed to the hospital. My contractions are now, well, it is 7:33 now, but my contractions are pretty much 3 to 4 minutes apart, and coming pretty quick. And they're about 45 to 50 minutes, so I'm forced to go to the hospital by this man because I really wanted to have my baby in the tub, but whatever. So we will see when we get there. And they better not send me home or I am going to snap on 2 individuals. Him being one. All right, guys. Okay, so we've been at the hospital since 7. And my contractions are starting to stall out. And they're telling me, what is it called? Pitocin? They're telling me that they might have to use Pitocin to help things get going. And I was like, can we exhaust natural ways first? So they put me on a monitor, a portable monitor, so I can move around and see if I can get this baby, you know, squatting out. So we shall see. Let me go. Okay, so as you can tell from up until this point, everything was going smooth, as expected, as planned, as prepared, and prepped. Okay, so we was doing that. Things were going well. I was walking. I had my things with me, so I was able to walk and dance and bounce and stuff like that. Try to, you know, get the baby to efface more and me to dilate more. And at this point, I was 2 to 3 centimeters dilated and I was 75 to 80% effaced. And so I want to say they checked me again around 6 or 8, and they was like, you're not doing anything. You haven't moved, you haven't effaced more, like it's not working. So I was like, okay. So my doctor said we're gonna take it off, dial it back down to a 6, the lowest, I think it was 6 ml of Pitocin, and just see how I rock through the night. And so this is when things started getting real. Real scary, but not for me at the time because nobody informed me, but for the nurses that were watching me on the night shift. So I want to say it was midnight. So this is Friday. This is Friday, October the 2nd. So midnight, I noticed every hour up until like 6 a.m., my nurse would always come in there and she would be like, you know, we need to give you some oxygen. We need to put you over on your side. The baby doesn't like when you lay on your back. And I'm just like, how you know what my baby don't like, girl? And she was just like, you know, saying little things like that, but you know, I couldn't even read her face, let alone read the room because it was dark. But she was just very calm and very adamant about like, lay on your side, not your back. And she would always come in there. And you know, I'm looking at the screen, but I'm not looking at the heart part. I'm looking at the contractions and I'm seeing them. So I'm like, oh, okay, so you know, I don't know what, you know, what it could be. So around 6 in the morning, she literally comes, grabs my feet and was like, you can't eat anymore. And I'm just like, that's a weird thing to tell somebody, you know? She was like, you can't eat anymore. If you don't take a sip of nothing, your doctor will be in here. So I'm just like, you know, I'm looking like this, girl, what you talking about? Because I'm like still asleep, right? And she was like, your doctor will be in to tell you everything. So, you know, typically when they tell you your doctor will have to inform you on things, you're kind of like, what you talking about, Willis? You know? And so my doctor came in and she was just like, listen, you know, we're gonna check you and then we'll, you know, see what's going on. And so she checked me, and somehow my effacement went from 75 to 80% to 70% effaced. So I digressed, and I did progress in dilation, but I'm a 3 now. So I was 2 to 3, and now I'm just a 3. So they were just like, that's not supposed to happen, because, you know, you've been on Pitocin, so it's actually supposed to be better. So I was like, okay, cool, you know, whatever. And she was just like, listen, you know, we can do the Pitocin in high levels, but if your baby heart rate drops again, because my baby heart rate was dropping, that's the reason why they told me to lay on my side, because every time I lay on my back, she would kind of like literally dip, her heart rate would dip for, you know, periods of time, and it was kind of concerning. And so they was like, she was like, we can do the Pitocin, we can, you know, bear it down, but if your baby heart rate drops again, we're going in and we're gonna get that baby. And I was just like, you know, I'm thinking like they're gonna reach up in my, you know, my area and be like, you know, grab the baby down. And I was like, what does that mean? You know, because I'm still kind of confused. I'm like delusional because I haven't rested truly since Wednesday night. And they were like, an emergency C-section. And at that point, I think I kind of like woke up, was like, okay, no. And so that's when I just noticed things were getting serious. And it was just like a lot of stuff was moving by so fast, and I was just like, I couldn't comprehend like what was going on. For me, it was that serious. And so when everybody was just like clearing out the room, like I literally broke down crying. And you know, the nurse was just like, you know, what's wrong? And I couldn't really say anything because I'm just sobbing my life away. I kind of get emotional just thinking about it, because, you know, I had how I would envision the birthing to go, you know. And so I told her, I was like, it's just a lot going on right now. And she was like, it is a lot. And I was like, you know, I just want everything to, you know, be okay. And she was like, I promise, like, we're not gonna let anything happen to you or that baby, you know. She was just like, just bear with us and this, that, and the other. And I was just like, okay, you know, yes ma'am, you know, because it was just very assuring, you know. So I looked at my husband, and, you know, we was just, you know, praying and stuff. So when I had a moment, because I was waiting on, you know, them to come back, I text all of my prayer warriors. I literally text every last prayer warrior I knew that would literally go to battle for us. And I was just telling them the situation, literally a forward message. So I just wrote everything, copied and pasted, exchanged the names, and sent it out. And I was just like, pray for us. And prayer does work, hallelujah, okay? Because we prevailed, okay? I gave her a good old spanking when she came, but we did end up having a C-section. We did have higher levels of Pitocin, and at that point, I was just extremely exhausted that I opted out for epidural. Now that, that part was so overwhelming. I don't ever want to experience that again, but if I have to, Lord, oh my God. But it was just like the worst pain I've ever known in my life, you know. But once it kicked in, turn to your neighbor and say, rest, okay? But before then, it was just like, I literally hollered. Like, I've never hollered in my life. I was like, I can't even do it again because it's probably one of those one-time things only. But I screamed. And but at 2:08 p.m., our Paisley Marie arrived, and did she? She came out big and juicy and swollen. She had a little bit of umbilical cord over her neck, so they did, you know, have to unravel that. I did hemorrhage a little bit, but that's quite all right. They fixed it. Everything was good. I did have a 2nd-degree tear. Other than that, I enjoyed it. I watched everything. I got the mirror, and I was able to see her come out. Even when I was pushing, I wanted to see everything. I was like, from everything that was going on, I wanted to at least experience her coming out and me actually making the eye contact. Like, y'all, I was so alert. I didn't even cry when she came out. I was just like my eyes were glued to her. Like, where they were taking her, my eyes were following. And then when Randy got her, I was just like, okay, yeah. But yes, so I will just share some pictures at the end so y'all can see Paisley. She's asleep right now, and I would dare not wake her up just for the camera, okay? But y'all will see more of her throughout this new mom segment. So if you want to see more of me and Paisley and my husband, I guess, if he decides to show up, come on, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell below so you can get more of me to you. Thanks, guys.